I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever.
Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Go White, but you can also call me Willeke. So today I'm back with the first episode of the new Legacy Challenge that I'm gonna be starting on my channel. If you don't know what a Legacy Challenge is, it is basically a challenge where you start off with a founder, as you can see on the screen. And you're gonna be starting on an empty lot and basically build up the lot, build up the family, build up the wealth, and basically build up the whole life from scratch. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do the ultra extreme version of the Legacy Challenge, meaning that we're gonna have a little bit of a rags to riches start. We're gonna be starting with 0 simoleons in winter, even though it may not look like winter, it is actually winter in game. And we're gonna be starting on the Chateau Peak lot in Del Sol Valley. It's a 64 by 64 lot, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get as much money as we can and basically build up this entire lot to a really beautiful home. So I did get this lot by using the free real estate on cheat. And because of that, I actually got this lot for free, so we will have to pay a loan of 35,000 simoleons throughout this challenge to pay off the money that we actually got for free for getting this lot. And while she's paying off the loan, she will be allowed to get married. However, the spouses cannot bring in any money, so once we move in a spouse, or once we move in a potential spouse, that spouse is not allowed to bring in money. It used to be that the spouse was allowed to bring in 20,000 simoleons, but because we're going to use the ultra extreme start, actually no one is allowed to bring in money once they move in. And once the loan is paid off, I'm actually gonna be allowed to remove the celebrity home trade that is currently on this lot, which will make sure that she's not getting the embarrassment anymore because she's not a celebrity. And usually you're not allowed to move once you do a legacy challenge, but what I am gonna say, we're gonna be allowed to move the Sims from the lot. It will be starting to get a little bit boring at one point in the legacy challenge if we're only gonna be on the same lot. We're never going to be seeing any other cities. I'm going to say we are going to be allowed to move. So, for example, if we have a sim that has the aspiration regarding Solani, that sim is allowed to move to Solani. Or if there's a sim who wants to go to university and live in Rochester, we're going to allow that sim to go to university, and we're going to allow the sim to go to the city. I think it's a little bit more fun if we can explore the different locations and the different places and different homes, and I think if we restrict ourselves to only living on this lot, we won't get that opportunity and it won't be that much fun as if we would go to other places. So also part of the Legacy Challenge, there are some heir laws, which basically are laws that allow you to choose your heir based on what you pick. So what I picked is for the gender law, it's going to be equality, so either gender or non-gender can be an heir. It's basically a little bit more fun if we have a lot more sims to choose from. If we only have female sims to choose from, for example, it's a little bit restricted, and it's also not that nice to the male sims that may come from the heirs. Also, we're gonna do a modern bloodline, which means that both adoption and naturally born child are allowed to become an heir. And we're gonna be tolerant to the species, meaning that any species can also become an heir. And I'm actually gonna do a randomization of the heirs via poll, which means that you guys get to pick the heir. So once we have a little bit of kids and once we're at the point that we can choose a new heir, I'm gonna leave a poll in the description down below or at the top corner where you can choose whichever sim you would like to see as the new heir for the next generation. And we're gonna do that for each generation. So each generation you guys get to pick who the heir is. And the traits, however, cannot be chosen by us. We do have to randomize the traits as part of the Legacy Challenge. And what I'm gonna say, we're also gonna be randomizing the kids' aspiration. However, once the kids turn into a teen, we're gonna be doing a poll where you guys get to choose the aspiration based on the traits. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see what traits the kids get when they turn into a teen, because that will be the part when they have all the 3 traits, and then we're gonna see which aspirations fit that traits the most, and then you guys get to pick those the aspiration that the sim is gonna follow. And those are basically the rules that we're gonna have as part of the Legacy Challenge. I did also create some of my own rules that I'm gonna try to follow as closely as possible, which also may restrict it a little bit more, but also make it a little bit more fun, I hope. So what we're gonna do is we're only gonna be allowed to visit 1 park a day. She will not have any money, and she will need some money yet. So you can get money from going to parks, dig up stuff, garden. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna allow her to only visit 1 park a day, so we're not gonna be able to explore this to the fullest and basically make it a little bit more restricting and a little bit more difficult to actually get that much money really quickly. Also, she's not gonna allow to have a job until she has a home and can pay 1,000 simoleons for education. We're only gonna do this for the founder, so the sim that you see in front of you, she's not allowed to have a job until she has a home and can pay 1,000 simoleons. The kids, however, or the heirs will be allowed to have a job whenever they grow into a young adult. I do think it's a little bit more fun, making it a little bit more Rex to Riches challenge as well, because we're gonna play the kids and we actually can see them going on to school and go to high school and go maybe to university. We can say that they have an education. For her story, we don't know for sure. Actually, don't have a background story for her, but I do think that she didn't have an education, or at least she didn't finish her education, so she does have to pay 1,000 simoleons at one point if she wants to start a job. Also, we are allowed to sell from the inventory until we can afford the come and get it street store, which means that once we are able to actually buy that one, which costs 400 simoleons, we are gonna be able to only sell stuff that we find from that store. Meaning that it will be a little bit harder to sell stuff, as we all know it's a little bit glitched, but I think it will also make it a little bit more difficult and a little bit more fun to actually see the Sims struggle and not get that much money in the beginning from just selling everything through inventory. I am gonna say this is gonna be an exception for the purchase from a garden, so if you have vegetables or flowers, she will be allowed to sell that from the inventory or from the harvest all and sell all. She will be able to do that, but for the stuff like fossils and snow globes and those kind of things, she is not allowed to sell them from the inventory once she has a store. Also, what I think is a little bit more fun as part of Legacy Challenge is that we're gonna build up new crests. So for each single milestone or certain things, we're gonna actually build a lot in new crests. For example, if we're gonna say she's gonna go on a date, we're actually gonna build a restaurant where she can go on a date to. If the kids grow up, we can build a park for them where they can have fun in New Crest. And basically, that means that throughout the Legacy Challenge, we're actually gonna build up the New Crest and actually see New Crest grow. And without further ado, I think we're actually going on to our sim. I will leave the Legacy Challenge rules down below and also the rules that I've chosen for myself in a Google Doc. And also, if you haven't seen this sim before, go check out the cast video that I did on her last week. I will also leave that one down below. And you can actually find her on my gallery if you search for Go White 90. So she does have the successful lineage aspiration. Her name is actually Isabella Burnett, before I forget. But she does have the successful lineage aspiration, meaning that we're actually gonna have her interact with family, and she wants to have a successful family, but she also wants to have like this really nice, bondly, happy family. So that's something that we're gonna work towards. And for her traits, she is currently unknown, and she currently has a neutral reputation. It may be something that we work on towards the Legacy Challenge to improve her reputation and maybe get her to the celebrity. But it's something that you guys can decide if you want to see her becoming a celebrity or not. And for her traits, she is jealous, she's creative, she's family oriented, and from Kawaii Stacy's Slice of Life and Life Decider, she actually got the Nurturer trait and the high metabolism trait. So high metabolism means that Sims will struggle to keep weight on, so meaning she will be very thin at one point. And the nurturer trait is actually that they're very dedicated and warm protectors, and they like to cook, garden, paint, go on walks, watch movies, and they're often found supporting their loved ones. And I think that actually really fits her family-oriented and successful lineage. So she's gonna be our founder, and she's gonna be the one that we start this legacy challenge with. I also did add some people into the towns, and they're basically my sims. If you want to see your sims, you can actually submit them using the Go White Townies hashtag that I will also leave down below. And I think it would be fun if we can see some of your sims popping up, in maybe as founders, maybe as heirs, and maybe just as friends. But it would be fun to see some of your sims and see what you come up to. So throughout the Let's Play, I will also check that hashtag and see if you guys have submitted some sims and then add them to the entire Sims world. So what we're gonna do now is, I think that we're just gonna go to the Oasis Springs Park to start off, and it's usually the park that I like the most to go advocate. So we're just gonna have her travel a little bit, and I'll see you guys once we go over there. So we arrived at Desert Bloom, which is the park in Oasis Springs, and we're just gonna see what's around. This is usually the park that you can find a lot of produce at. You can also find a lot of stones, so I think it would be fun to start out here first and get some things that she can use back on her own lot. So let's go fishing and then see what's around. And this, as I said before, in one of the rules, this will be the only park that she's allowed to visit for today. And I actually think that we're gonna have her sleep here as well, because there is a little bit of an inside building, so she won't freeze to death. So that's the place that we're gonna start off. And if she sleeps here, she won't be able to go to a different park tomorrow. When she gets a little bit of produce or a little bit of vegetables, we will plant that at her home lot, and she will be growing her own garden. So I think that's a little bit of a fun idea. I also think that we will have her paint at some point once she's able to get the easel. And if she has her own kids, I think it would be a fun idea to actually have her kids be painted by her and actually have some paintings of her kids all throughout the house. And that's something that we can continue throughout the rest of the Let's Play, and have some one sim or one air continuously paint. So we have, at the end of the Legacy challenge, we have paintings of all the kids and of all of the family. So let's see, let's look for frogs. Take this one. Okay, actually, yes, let's rummage through the trash can. See if we can find something useful there. Rummage. Stop you on fishing. Rummage, rummage. So I don't think the plants have actually. No, they're actually not able to be harvested. They're actually not harvestable today. So once we are spending here a couple of days, they will be harvestable. And then once we get those harvestables, we actually plant them in her own little place. So let's see. And you found a spotted dirt frog. See how much it's worth if my game stops from lagging. It's common. Okay. Not too bad. And I actually do think it would also be fun to build up the household collections. Maybe not with just her, but with all of the heirs that we actually at one point see all of this filled up. Maybe that's a fun idea. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see that, and if you like that idea. Also let me know in the comments what you guys like to see in this challenge, if you have some expectations or if you want to see certain things, who you guys want to see. I'm gonna have you actually say a lot about this Let's Play. I'm gonna be the one playing through it, but I actually want to have your guys input and actually want to see what you guys think and see what you guys want to see, because I do think that it would be fun if we're gonna do this together just a little bit. And you actually got a time capsule from the first scan, which is nice, but I do think that even though it's usually worth more money if we just sell it right away, I'm actually gonna open it up to see what kind of sim we get. Because if you don't know, the time capsule actually gives you a My Sims trophies, and I used to play My Sims. I really like that game, so I think it would be fun to see those characters pop up. Go dig here. And let's see who's around. But maybe there are some fun sims that we can actually see around and maybe interact with. Try to get some bachelors or some nice sims. That's a celebrity, so probably not a good idea. You're not. You're married.
And Fabi
Teenager. Let's see. I'm not really seeing. What did you get? You actually got a postcard from Sunset Valley. That's no. I didn't know that you guys could get a postcard from Rummaging Through Trash. So that's actually a nice idea to get. You got a treasure map, so let's use that one. And click here. We're just gonna have a go all around Oasis Springs, or at least all around Desert Bloom, just trying to get as much as possible, and at least have her start with a little bit of money, so she can get herself some food. But she's not doing too bad right now, but I do think that once we are a little bit further through the day, that she will probably be a little bit more hungry and definitely in need of a shower and some toilets. So let's see. You got a Chess McCreely. Nice. You actually got another time capsule too. So let's open that one up. And you failed to catch the frog. Nice girl. Hopefully next time you will be able to catch those frogs, as we definitely need them, and I think it would be fun to breed the frogs too to get some more frogs. Let's see your paparazzi. Open it up. Let's see, a Trevor. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's just have you go fishing while I look for more places to dig. Here. Where else can we dig? Dig for treasure. Dig there. Rummage here. Open that one up. Rummage. Wow. Is there anywhere else that we can? Let's see who's open here. So I do think she would be the actually heterosexual. So for the first family, we're actually gonna have her find a man. But with the heirs, we can actually check out if we're gonna have a bisexual sim or a homosexual sim. Like I'm basically thinking that for the first heir or for the first generation, we're actually gonna have her be heterosexual. But then for the remainder, we're actually gonna see just what happens. You got a limestone. Let's extract that one. Extract. Open that one up. And open that one up. So we are getting lots of different things, which is nice, so that we can fill this one up. And I'm not seeing any more places that we can dig and find any treasure. So we're just gonna have you fish and actually get some of the food that you can maybe use as meal or otherwise just use as I don't know the word right now, but like what you can put on your um, planted on your plants once you've planted them. I'm not actually from any English speaking country. I'm from the Netherlands, if you guys didn't know. So sometimes I don't know all the words in the language, but I do try to actually try to come up with all the words. Look for frogs. So if I don't know the words or if I misspeak some words, I'm sorry. It is that my English isn't my actual language, so I am sometimes struggling a little bit with it. And you are getting a little bit of a low hygiene, hunger, and bladder, so let's see if we can have you wash your hands a couple of times and brush your teeth, go to the toilet, wash your hands, brush teeth, and then I do think that hunger is actually filled up by drinking some water, so we're also going to be drinking some water. And then we can have her sleep or nap on one of these couches for tonight, so she's is a little bit safe from the rain and from the cold. I'm not seeing any more places. No, I'm really not seeing anything more to dig, so we're just gonna take care of her needs and make sure that she's feeling a little bit more happy than what she's feeling right now. Yes, it is helping your hygiene. That's nice. Brushing your teeth is always a nice thing and always an important thing to do. And then we're gonna get you some water after you. And your fun is also a little bit low, so why don't we have you play some chess to actually get you in a little bit of a more fun mood too. Let's see, and actually the drinking water is helping your hunger, which is nice. So if you guys start a Lexi challenge yourself, do try to have your Sims drink water, because it's definitely something that will help your Sims deal with the hunger if you're not able to buy food or get food from the get-go. And it actually does also give her the smooth sipping movement, which is nice. So she's feeling confident now. She has this idea that she can do it. Like even though she's uncomfortably bad from being in the rain all day, she does have this confidence feeling like I can do this. I can build up my life. I can be happy. I can do this. Like I don't have nothing right now, but I will have in the future. So are you done with drinking?
Pa me snurzo.
It's not really helping your hunger. It was helping a little bit, but now you're back at being hungry again. Well, maybe we can have you practice mixing drinks at one point. Okay. Too much water. Does happen. Go use the toilet again. And what I'm also gonna say is that I'm not gonna allow her to stay over at her friends' places when she gets some friends. I am gonna say that she's not allowed to stay at that place, because it is a little bit cheating to get somebody else's food and stay at somebody else's place. So she is allowed to use the park as is a public lot, but she's not allowed to use the private lots from Sims. And what's happening? You really want to play chess, don't you? I do think that's a little bit of a glitch, so I am just gonna reset her real quick. It does happen if you have a lot of custom content that your Sims will sometimes glitch out. So just gonna reset her, see if that helps. Let's see. We're just gonna have to take some naps now. Nap. And let's hope that in the morning somebody will make her some food, and otherwise we'll see if the plants actually gave some harvestables that she can eat. And guess you're not the only homeless one, because we have Aaron Priest from Strangerville here, who is sleeping on the ground. Poor guy. Not really looking happy, so not sure what he's doing here, but he's definitely not in the greatest mood, just like you. And let's see, I'm not really seeing anything else that she can. So I'm just gonna have her let her sleep, and then I'll catch you guys when she wakes up in the morning. So it is currently 8 AM in the morning, and I am gonna have her wake up from her nap. She did nap outside and inside most of the night. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have her dig up a little bit more and check out if there are some harvestables at the plants. So let's see. Thank you! There are some lemon trees, so she is able to have some food, as she is desperately in need of some food. Also some social and some fun. She was very confident yesterday, but I think today she's realizing that it's not as easy as it does look. So I'm really happy that she is able to get some lemons, because if life gives you lemons, you're gonna have to eat them. So after she digs up this thing, we're gonna have her harvest the lemons and see if there's some more lemon trees around here. I think there should be. Let's see if she can harvest these carrots. No, so I don't think they're in season, unfortunately. There's some more lemons over here, so harvest those. And I don't know if you guys have that same glitch as I have, but if I click harvest all on a public lot, it actually doesn't harvest all, it only harvests on plant, which is sad. I don't know if it's a bug that comes from Sims or from having custom content, but it is something that actually does happen. The blackberry bush. See, that's some carrots over there too, yes. Have to dig up that thing. No frogs. And you did actually acquire the gardening skill, which is nice, because we are gonna have need you to have that one so you can start up your own garden at home, so you don't have to go to public lots and stay at public lots all the time. Let's see. No daisies. Some more lemons. No chrysanthemum. No daisy. More lemons, so harvest those. Pick up that one. And did I see something over there? Nope. Not being able to harvest. No. Look at that thing. Let's see. Just going to have her dig up a little bit of stuff before she eats.
Dag dag?
And then after that, I'm gonna have her
Go, Mal.
2 times, I guess.
Ah.
Yeah, you can eat something first, honey. Eat. I wouldn't usually recommend eating a whole lemon with
Primbo. Wixen.
like the thing in
Oh.
front of the fruit. Sometimes I really need to figure out what words. You actually want to relax in a sauna? I'm sorry, weekend. You don't have the money to go to a sauna, but you do have some way to actually get your hunger up, so that's nice. Means you won't starve to death today. And what I am gonna do is I'm gonna sell these crystals. That one was really nice. Let's see this one. So she does have a little bit of more. I'm not gonna sell everything, as I said. I do want to use the table, so I'm gonna sell a little bit each time, and then once we get a table, I'm gonna sell most of it. So just gonna have you eat one more lemon, and then you are low on funds. So let's see if there's somebody around who wants to play chess with you, so you can also work on your social need.
Tumba Krimbao.
So let's see, play.
How finesse.
Let's see if there's someone who wants to play with you.
Roy.
Maybe you can play with this guy. Join game.
Saquinario.
If somebody's not taking your seat yet.
Dag dag.
So let's see. And why don't you do a funny introduction? So that means she can work a little bit on her social and her fun need. And then once we get that up a little bit, we're gonna have her work on her bladder. And have her wash her hands and brush her teeth. And I think I'm going to end the Let's Play here, so I will see you guys in the next part. Let me know if you're excited for this Let's Play, and also let me know what you would like to see, as I said before, because I will be using a lot of your guys' input. So, if you like this video, click that little like button down below, comment what you think, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type.